Greetings everybody. I'd like to show you a little bit about the inside workings of the new X-Reed MB30. It's quite a complicated harmonica. It looks sort of deceptively simple because it looks like a basic marine band on the outside, but when you take off the covers and look inside, there's a hell of a lot more going on than in any other little 10-hole diatonic you've ever seen before. So it's really, if you're going to do any work on the harp, it's really important for you to understand how everything works, what reed is what, and all the rest of it. So that's what this video is hopefully going to show you all about. Okay, I'm working on one of my prototype models, so it's it might look a little bit different to the one you've got, but basically the cover plates are held in with these large 2.5mm screws, and we adopted a nut system on the back because we found that the nut doesn't slip around, you know, when you tightening up the cover. So we've sort of gone for fairly hefty screws. They might change over time, but that's what's on all the new models. Okay, now as soon as you open it, you'll see some differences to a normal harp. First of all, you've got these little white strips here. Now these are wind savers or valves. So that's on the top reed plate. Then you on the bottom reed plate, you've got a bunch more valves and wind savers. And this will be, I'll explain what these do in a second. But the first thing I want to talk about is the arrangement of the reeds. Now on the top reed plate, we have the standard blow reeds, just like on any diatonic harmonica. If you want to adjust the gap of the blow reeds, you just do it in the normal way. You just you know, poke in a little poker, and then you can adjust the gap of the blow reeds. Now these ones here are a little bit more tricky to see, but you just need to be able to poke in and then lift up the valve, and then just see what's going on. And if you want to adjust the tuning, quite a nice little tool is one of these little battery operated engraving tools. It just takes a couple of AA batteries. So if for instance I want to adjust the tuning of that reed there, I'd go like that and then operate on it like that. Or you can actually forget about once you get better at it, you can actually just use that tool to lift it up and work on the reed. So you can actually but you've got to look at the reed from the side and before you adjust it. I'm not going to just adjust the tuning this second, but you can sort of see what I'm doing here. But be careful with these valves. We found that compared to most valves, they're fairly rugged, but all valves are delicate little things, so you've got to be bloody careful. Adjusting these ones here is a lot easier, of course, because the reed's there and it's easy to see, so you just fire away on it. So that's the blow reeds, pretty straightforward. Okay, let's get on to the draw reeds and the X reeds. Okay, now all the X reeds are on the bottom of the harp. As you can probably see, there's two reed plates there. Well, the harp's around this way actually. There's two reed plates joined together. Now this is the real magic behind the MB30. It's a harp that's made from two Hohner marine bands, and we've taken 3 reed plates from those 2 harps. So the extra reed plate adds the extra 10 reeds. So instead of having just 20 reeds like a normal harp, it's got 30 reeds. And they are arranged in a very, very intricate and clever little combination. Okay, so here are the 2 bottom reed plates. Now you can see, compared to most reed plates, they've got a lot more perforations. So each one has got 10 reeds on it, but they're made so they fit together, and those perforations, those slots, allow the other reed to sound. So what they do is they fit together like this, and then they make one unit. So they're basically really closely fitting, and the whole idea is that double reed plate there is played as one reed plate essentially. So what I'd ask you for a start is, if you're going to disassemble the harp, please don't pull these 2 reed plates apart. They've already been carefully sealed, all the valves are attached to them, and if you pull these 2 reed plates apart just to see what's inside or whatever, you're going to break that seal, and it's going to make the harp a lot harder to get playing again. It'll also invalidate the guarantee that comes with the harp, so please don't pull those two reed plates apart. The only reason they'd need to be pulled apart is if a reed goes flat or breaks, which, you know, hopefully won't happen for a long time. Okay, let's look at the harp as you have it with the covers off now on the bottom reed plates. In the top end here, you can see that there's a reed there, and then you can see another reed facing backwards. So this reed's facing forward, that one's facing backward, then forward, then backwards, then forwards, then backwards. Now the ones that are facing towards the back are your active draw reeds. So that one there is 7 draw, 8 draw, 9 draw, and 10 draw. The ones that are facing forward have got a 0 offset, that is a 0 gap, and they are the X reeds that allow these draw reeds to bend. And that's what, you know, one of the things that makes the MB30 so cool. You can bend all your draw reeds up the top end in normal Richter tuning. Down the bottom end here, we have the normal 6 draw reeds as they normally look on any harp. So there's 1 draw, 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw, 5 draw, 6 draw. Okay, so those are easy to work on. You just need to use your standard sort of tools. Let me just find something here. Okay, say you want to work on number 1 draw there. You just put a little support underneath it. Be careful with the valves, but just you can rest it on the valves. And then you just use your little grinding tool and you can work on the reed there or there. And the same goes for all the other draw reeds. Now, under these valves are the X reeds. I'll show you how this works. Basically, when you're playing and you do a draw bend, the valve is closed against the harmonica to give you a nice airtight sound on the draw and the normal blow. So here's 2 draw and 2 blow, and here's your bend. Now when I want to bend to blow, then this the X reed kicks in, and you'll see the valve will drop down to allow the X reed to vibrate. So here's 2 blow bend. Here's 3 blow bend. 4 blow bend. 5 blow. 6 blow. So that's these the X reeds are what allow these blow reeds to bend, and the valve gets out of the way when the X reed is operating. But as soon as you draw the X reed, or the valve clicks back into place. So I'll just play some licks with a bit of blowing and you know, drawing, and you can see how they work. Okay, here's some more kind of second position blues licks. And now here's some more first position licks, which use more blow notes and blow bends. Okay, so hopefully you can see the valves operating there. And again, these valves you need to be pretty careful with them, because if they get kinked and bent or moved out of the way, then they won't work properly, and then the whole harp won't work properly. So treat them real carefully. Okay, the kind of things you might want to do on the bottom end of the harp is adjust the lower draw reeds, which are easy to get at. Just be careful not to damage the valves when you sort of work on them. As I said, the higher draw reeds are these ones facing back. They're sitting down in the slot and they're facing back, but they are your normal draw reeds. So you can work on them just by, these are a little bit more tricky to work on than the normal, but you just put a probe in like that, and then you get your little tuner or whatever you use, and then you can work on the reed like that. But be quite careful. You know, there's a bit less room to work with on this harp than a normal one. As I say, these ones here facing, these ones here facing towards the front are the X reeds, and you probably don't need to do much with them. They've been set with a 0 gap. I don't know if you can see that 0 gap, but anyway, on your own harp you will see the gap. It's basically set flush with the reed plate so that you don't they don't make a sound under normal play. But they're the ones that allow you to bend your upper draw reeds. So if I just bend a draw reed, so that's what's you know, those X reeds allow you to bend those draw reeds.